I see we have some listeners looking to join the gents for their tea time. Right this way. Right this way. Tonight we'll be joining the lads in the room. What's it called again? The Chamber of Exciting. The very nice room. Yes, the master has procured a very nice room filled with free food. People love free food. Mind the blood. I mean jam. Raspberry jam. From the master's great ice cream party we had. It was a lot of fun. Today's menu will consist of hot dogs. They're perfectly square, you know how hot dogs are. Right this way, down to the basement. Oh, that must be I think there's a rat in the wall or something. Okay, don't mind the rats. This way. Yes, this way. Okay, well, here we are. Enjoy your torture. I mean, your meal. Oh, your delicious square hot dog meal filled with ice cream that was left over from the ice cream party. Yes, okay. Have a good day. Bye.
All right, Monkey, tell us about ghosts.
All right, so what happened on that day was Roman had said person come over to help him clean and rearrange his room. And that very night that he left with that same person that came in that same day, that same night, the normal occurrences of, you hear shit in the middle of the night, you're like, son of a bitch. So, obviously, I grew up around them, so I'm already quite familiar with them. Because I used to live in a house that it was built on a cemetery back in the 1800s.
All right, so just to confirm, this isn't a Stephen King story, right?
It's not a Stephen King story.
Okay, all right.
It's more fun.
Monkey has grown up on an Indian burial ground.
With a bunch of children, yes.
I swear to God, if you haunt me, I will be so mad.
No promises.
Okay.
So, that same night, I started hearing the normal occurrences that I'm used to hearing. So, I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, what the hell caused it? I'm like, because I know Roman brought in a piece of furniture that he got from this said person from their grandparents. I'm like, son of a bitch, don't tell me it's that.
You brought dead people furniture into your home?
Yeah, he did.
Roman, what do you have to say about bringing dead people furniture into your home?
Oh, it's not. It's just a tea kettle.
It's just
still a
tea
dead
kettle.
person's item.
Yeah, no. When someone dies, you burn their entire house down. That's just how it works, Roman.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
The haunted tea kettle.
But
you definitely don't bring a tea kettle because you know what? Then you get haunted tea.
I mean, I'm drinking it right now. What do you mean?
Every bubble has a scream.
So Roman is the bad guy in the story. Continue, Monkey.
Yes, Roman is definitely the villain in this scenario. So he brought in said item. So I was trying to figure out whether it was the item or not. So I started playing with it. No reaction. So I'm like, okay, so it's not the item.
You start playing with the tea kettle.
Yes. There's particular things that you could do that would definitely infuriate them if that was the item.
It's like you guys have never watched a horror movie. Continue.
So basically, no reaction whatsoever. And then
It's not the tea kettle.
Shut up. So did absolutely nothing. Later on the next day, it's just happening constantly throughout the day on my day off. I'm like, whatever, don't care. So that same night, I go to sleep. Next thing I know, fucker starts messing with me in my sleep. That's a big red flag. So I'm laying here on the couch, napping away. This fucker has the audacity to lean its head over my couch arm with its head right above me, breathing down upon me with its nasty-ass nostrils and its freaking dark outline. It was a male. Clearly, it was a male.
You sure it wasn't just a homeless man?
Breathing down heavily. I'm positive it was not a homeless man.
Okay.
Roman left the door open. Not only did he bring in a haunted tea kettle, but he also leaves the door open.
I do have a habit of doing
Yes,
that.
he does.
You leave the door open to your house?
He has a tendency to not lock it.
Like, well, if I'm only coming back in like 10 minutes, I'm not gonna lock it. Like,
Buddy.
He says that and doesn't come back next day.
Roman's like, what
10
are they going to
minutes,
do?
never
Steal
comes
our
back.
haunted tea kettle? Pfft, fine, take it.
Roman, do you have any idea how fast I can come in your house and steal your PC?
not fast enough.
Definitely within 10 minutes.
He could definitely get it done within 10 minutes. So,
Roman's a very casual robber. He just kind of walks in, he takes inventory, he sits down, he makes himself a glass of juice, he ponders what he's going to steal.
He's like, maybe
to be
this.
fair, we do have plenty of OJ, so you could definitely relax while drinking some OJ.
You could definitely thwart Roman as a robber. Our house
God, I wish I could.
has a very well stocked pantry and refrigerator.
It's just got OJ. That's it. Nothing
Yeah.
but OJ.
Every time you come home, you're like, shit, we are all out of peanut butter and jelly again.
No, you'd open it up and see there's a giant gaping hole in the middle of it.
Guys, that was my first HD.
Nice. I'm proud of you.
You know what? I'm glad we could capture it.
Yeah.
But
You're on
so
Chance of
Monkey is still getting
Negli-Gents
haunted, and it is still Roman's fault. So continue, Monkey.
So after it starts breathing on me heavily, while I'm awake in my dream, looking up at it as it breathes down heavily upon me, it starts doing a maniacal laughter. I tell it to get out.
Oh, he's eating something. I can tell. I can hear it.
Who's eating something?
Monkey's eating.
I have a mint in my mouth. You'll have to excuse me.
I get hungry when I talk about ghosts.
That's how they haunt him. That's how he knows. He's like,
I need that
"Oh,
minty taste in my mouth. That way it doesn't go in.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not gonna
So,
say it.
anyways, back
Everyone
to the
knows
story
you
here.
just eat garlic, and then that way the ghost stays out of your mouth.
Peppermint and garlic.
Peppermint
Both
and
good.
garlic. Okay, good.
We're off the vampires.
Nick, could you write that down for us, please?
Yes.
So I tell it to get out in my sleep, starts laughing literally demonically, no joke, like literally straight out of a horror movie, like demonic laughter. So I finally wake up. First thing I do is light the candle, get the flashlight, get a notepad and a pen.
Can you walk us through the mindset of lighting the candle?
Yes. So
He had to get in the mood of the 1800s. He's like, all right,
no,
dear journal.
no. The reason for the candle is so I could fucking see.
But then you got a flashlight, so I just want to know: are you dual wielding?
No,
You have
so
a candle?
no, so I wasn't in the phasmophobia kind of mode. I was just
Okay.
lighting the candle so I could see. The flashlight was for the ghosts, not me.
Did you start looping him?
Did I
You
start
just,
what
you just
again?
had two different sources of light all of a sudden happen. And also, this is not to pick on you at all, but do you just have candles in your room?
Yes. He sleeps in
Roman's
the
like-
living room. Like, so yeah, we have scented candles in the living room.
Okay.
You don't?
No, I don't have any candles in my house.
Oh, I do.
You think you can
They
ward
smell
it off?
wonderful.
I don't know, like for me, like when you were like, I lit a candle, like all I could have, like, I just don't think I've ever like owned candles in my home. Like, yeah, sure, I probably had
So
like
it
a
was
scented
kind of like
candle
a
every
really
once in a while.
odd thing for you.
I just imagine that there's just like candles all around you, and you're like, oh, I gotta
like
get the
16
candle.
candles the movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
This wasn't a romance bath scene.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I was just curious too, as to like, because like my reaction as someone who does not own candles is if something goes awry, I know where the nearest light switch is. But for you, you're just so comfortable with candles, you're like, God damn it, and you're just like striking matches or like lighting lighters,
Yeah, I have one of the long stick lighters.
getting 18th century like lighting sources and being like, ugh, all right.
Well, because the reason why you don't use light sources and stuff for ghosts is because I don't want them breaking my shit. I'm okay with it breaking a really cheap ass flashlight. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So basically, what you have to do in order to converse with it in general is you need to give it a tool to use, and it needs to be something that's easily usable. So flashlight's always the easiest thing, cheapest thing, and easiest thing for them to use. So the first thing you have to do is you have to simply say, "Are you there? If so, light the flashlight," or whatever the case might be. So that's exactly what I did. So I put the flashlight on the floor. I specifically told the ghosts that I'm going to use this flashlight to communicate with you. Flash it once if you're there. Got to give it a couple seconds if it doesn't do anything. So I repeated myself. If you're there, light the flashlight once. So then it eventually lit the flashlight. So I'm like, all right, so you're there. Good. So, like, we're going to continue using this flashlight. I'm going to ask you yes and no based questions, and we're going to figure out what we're going to do here. I know it sounds really odd and out of the ordinary, but that's okay.
That's okay. We're all still totally invested. You have
You
grabbed
literally-
candlelight. You have begun negotiating with a ghost. Again, this is all Roman's fault.
Yes, this is.
I assume Roman is just in the other room sleeping, not being affected.
Oh, no,
at all
I was
by
in
this.
the-
No, he's not even in the fucking house.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's just
I
out.
was at home that night.
He's out. He's out getting Mexican with his girlfriend, and poor Monkey is trapped in the living room with a ghost that came out of a tea kettle that Roman brought home.
Exactly. My point,
I know it wasn't a genie.
fucker.
Yeah, right. It could be a genie. in the
Because
tea
I didn't
kettle.
rub it.
Maybe Roman rubbed it.
Yeah, you know, I stroked it, caress, like love.
Oh, yeah? If you're going to do that, you stroke it right now.
All right. Here,
See if it
hold
comes
on.
back.
All right, I got it right here. Hold on.
I swear to God. If any of you die during the
You
podcast,
can hear
I'm
me
going to be
slap
so
it,
upset.
right?
Please don't anger the evil spirit.
yeah.
That
He's not going to
already
piss it
dealing
off.
with.
He's not going to piss it off. I made it leave last time, but I haven't gotten to that part yet.
All right.
Okay.
Go on.
So the general questions that you always want to try to get to know the ghost is the main question you have to ask it is, do you mean harm or have ill intent? Obviously, if it says yes, you don't want it in your fucking house.
What if it lied?
This one?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Well, here's the thing. Ghosts don't typically lie. They have a very low chance at lying because they don't need to.
They have nothing to lose.
Yeah, they literally have nothing left to lose. They're dead. They're
Okay.
ghosts. What are you going to do?
Kick him out of my house.
Light some stage in their eyes? Act like it's fucking mustard gas? They don't give a shit.
So you make just salt circles, like supernatural style. Yeah.
So I asked blasted that question, and it said yes. I'm like, fucking great. This is going to go one of two ways. Either I'm going to ask it to get out, and it's going to wreak havoc, or two, I'm going to ask it to get out, and it's actually nice enough to just get the hell out. You know, it was option number one. It wasn't playing very nice, of course. My luck. So the key thing here is you have to be stern but not angry. If you say it in an angry asshole voice, you're just going to piss it off.
So to confirm, we're talking about ghosts, not children, correct?
Yes, we are
All right,
specifically talking about ghosts.
Okay,
Demonic
all right.
ghost children. Got it. All right.
Yes.
Nick,
Yeah, all right.
please
No,
keep
this was
taking notes.
definitely adult.
Okay. Great.
Adult male ghosts.
How adult?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I just know it was an adult based on the by the structure
He did
of it.
ask it its age with the flashlight, and it just kept turning it on and off. And after he hit about 40, he was like, "Okay, this isn't going to work."
That's not how that works. When you want to know its age or its name or anything like that, you are the one that has to go through the numbers, and you say flash of flashlight whenever I reach blah blah blah. So let's say, how old are you? And I'll just go 1, 2, 3, and then it'll flash flashlight. Like, okay, you're 3 years old. Got it. That's horrifying. But no, that wasn't what happened in this scenario. But that's what you're supposed to do. So obviously, I didn't want it in my house as soon as it told me that it had ill intent. So I sternly said, get out. It didn't get too bad. It just threw the Febreze can across the room. So I was like, okay, just trying to freshen up the place. I understand. So
Glad that you got snarky with it.
you kind of have to a degree. So,
Ghosts respond well to snark.
They have a sense of humor. You know?
well, I can't really say that. So back to the point is then I have to get a little bit more stern. So in order to actually mean what you're saying half the time, if they're not nice enough to leave whenever you sternly say, get out, then you have to resort to, I know this is going to, be a little off the wall stuff, but as odd as it is, you got to bring Jesus into the conversation. No, I am not a religious person by any stretch of the imagination. Just want to throw that out there.
But ghosts respond
like,
well to
Don't
Jesus.
make me get my man Jesus over here.
Go send you to hell.
No. So it's one of those simple things. It's just a phrase that you use. You just simply say
Crass.
that in the name of Jesus Christ, I command thee to get out. It did not like that. It did not like being commanded.
It sprayed you with the Febreze bottle.
No, it did not spray with the Febreze
it's like when
bottle.
you're spraying a cat. It's like,
It went
no.
directly for the candles. I was very upset.
It did blow out my candle. I'm like, that was a dick move. Now I can't see very well. But then it threw the flashlight across the room, and then it started moving a whole bunch of shit. I'm like, all right, enough with the tantrum. Get out.
All right, I gotta close my door because I can hear you like echoing from like down the hall.
I mean, I would hope so.
It's a very intense story, Roman.
He's very passionate.
Yes, go on.
I mean, it's only fair that he tells us what you did to him. This is a safe space, Monkey. Continue.
Yeah, fuck you, Roman. This is all your fault.
Yeah, literally all caused by you.
You know what? Before we go any further, Roman, have you ever even made any fucking tea with that peapot?
Honestly, how do we even know it's a teapot? This man doesn't fucking lock his goddamn doors.
For all we know, Roman's just letting strangers in your house with haunted items, and you got shit all over your house.
Letting in hordes of the
Got
undead.
them ghost STDs. Yeah.
Now, Roman didn't answer about the tea, so I assume that he has not made tea. So he
Wait, what
brought it
about
on.
tea?
He would not.
I said,
He's
Roman,
too lazy for that.
For all this pain
I
and
have
suffering
an
you put
actual-
Monkey through, have you actually made any tea with that teapot?
It's on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
To be honest,
I've been using my water cooler because it's so much easier to get hot water from it. You literally pour it out. Yeah, it has a heating function.
you know, I was thinking to myself, honestly, I feel like you could have skipped steps like A to Z if you just lit a Gwyneth Paltrow candle.
Just
What, with the what?
It'll leave
The-
by
the-
itself.
The
The
Gwyneth
Coke
Paltrow candle, the
Yeah.
vagina candle.
Yes, it would banish itself.
Yeah, I would just be like, oh.
Are you sure it was a male? Are you sure it wasn't just going to get turned on and then just start fucking everything in sight? I mean, that could have gone horribly awry.
I don't know.
Well,
All of a sudden, Monkey just starts like choking. He's like, "Oh no,
Oh god.
I forgot to have my garlic."
What are you trying to ram down my throat?
He's trying to blow it out and he can't. No.
The ghost blows out the candle.
Dear
Roman
God.
comes home and Monkey's just dead. And Roman's like,
Monkey
"Damn
dead.
it, the tea kettle."
A tea kettle struck again.
So Monkey, you've got it. You've got it. It's angry. It blew out your candle.
So I was getting aggravated at that point, which obviously I'm not supposed to do, but I didn't give a fuck at that point. It was fucking 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. I was ready to
Gloves
go
are
back to
off.
bed.
Yeah, this is when he calls me.
Yeah, I literally
So
called
Roman does get
him.
involved. Okay, good.
No, he doesn't. Fucker didn't answer.
Oh, I was passed out at the time.
Roman, you know,
He
if
doesn't
Monkey ever
answer
comes
any
to me
texts and or
he-
calls regardless of time. I just want to throw that out there.
and he says that you're being a bad roommate, I'm just gonna have to agree with him no matter what he says.
Roman will agree. Anytime I text and or call him, he does not answer me.
To be fair, I don't answer most people. I don't see why I have a phone.
Like literally roommate. Roman's title is going to switch from roommate to room body
Mm.
because he's just a body in the room occasionally.
I'm
Sometimes.
the ghost. Oh my god.
He ain't no mate because he don't answer his fucking phone at 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning.
Perfect. All right. So we've established
Anyways.
Roman's a jerk.
Wow.
Yes.
You call him. You call your partner in crime. You are being haunted, and he does not answer. Now what?
Correct. So then I called my father, who is
Who's
a
awake
reverend.
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
some
he
reason.
was.
Okay.
Well, technically he was sleeping, but I woke him up. He at least answered like a mate.
You have sex with your father?
So what? What?
Said like a mate. I was.
No, not like that kind of a mate.
Oh, okay. Like
I
the
mean, like a
Australian
bro.
kind. The
A
Australian
bro kind of mate. Yes,
Gotcha.
exactly. The Australian kind of mate.
I mean, you can fuck your friends.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fuck my male friends.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
I mean, Nick just had a Stromboli. He's ready to go.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, I'm like packed and ready.
Stromboli and Arnold Palmer.
I only go through one hole on a male, and it ain't gonna be the bum hole.
So the mouth isn't out of the equation. is what I'm
Penis, the
hearing.
penis hole.
You blindfold me. I don't know.
Okay, let me break that down.
The screams might give it away.
Just like the garlic.
No, I'm blindfolded. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god! All right, so we have Dad on the line. He is not
Yes.
your lover. Continue.
So I called him up and I said, I'm talking to a ghost right now and he's not being very friendly right now. So his first thing was, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. He's like, do you have any sage or anything? I'm like, hell no. Why the fuck would I have that light around my house?
All I got is 50 candles from Bed Bath and Beyond.
They were from Walmart. Thank you.
50
Yeah.
candles.
Well, like my room has what is this? Evergreen spruce.
Wait, Dad, let me light a candle and check all my candles to see if one is sage.
No, I got cranberry, mandarin, and lemon next to me.
Dad then was like, okay, have you already brought up Jesus?
And I'll be like, I did. I said the
Dad-
phrase that you're supposed to use
Dad has his checklist in front of him too. You guys have the same one.
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Check.
You know what would make it like I'm kind of thinking of this as if it were like a comedy. So it'd be funny if like you call your dad and like the scene transfers to it's just a dark room and you just hear someone go, what is and they just start lighting a candle and then they pick up the phone.
It's
It's like
back
everyone in
the
your family just
1800s.
lives by candlelight.
Yeah. But at the bottom of like the scene is like modern day, and then just the date.
you sparking a candle.
Yeah, just like.
In my defense, growing up, the power did go out a lot because we lived out in bumfuck Egypt. So candles were our best friend whenever the power goes out. Because, you know, you got to take a crap at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't see a goddamn thing. I mean, what are you going to use?
You
If
feel
there's
like
no
it was
electricity.
hard being an immigrant?
Oh, wow. What?
You said you were from Egypt.
No. I said we live out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt.
I was gonna say I'm the immigrant here. What?
BFA, you know, the phrase meaning just out in the countryside, away from everybody.
No, that just sounds like being out in the countryside. Egypt's a different country.
It is, but it's a phrase. It's a very well known, commonly used phrase.
We moved
over
past
here.
my bad joke.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Your dad is up. He's got his candle lit.
All right.
You guys
Yes.
are going over the
He's
checklist.
fully bricked up to fight a ghost.
Yes.
Roman is asleep. He's not helping.
Yeah.
Yes, Roman's over getting his dick wet asleep.
Actually, no. I literally was just passed out on the couch.
How do you know your dick was getting wet or not? You were
I
asleep.
mean, listen. Plenty of ghosts have tried. Not many have succeeded.
I have a strong feeling against that.
Roman, slayer of ghost pussies.
And yet, bringer of hell. No, my bad. Bringer of haunted teapots.
Tea kettles.
Anyways, so I call him up. I tell him what I've already done and what it has done. He's like, yeah, it's pretty pissed off. I'm like, really? I wouldn't have been able to tell. During this time, Ghost is being quiet. He's like, all right, you want to be on the phone? Let's see what you can do, bitch. So I'm just sitting there chatting away, trying to figure out ways to fucking get it the hell out while the ghost is just remaining dormant, just not doing a goddamn thing. And I'm
He's
like, so now
probably
you shut
looking
your fucking
around,
mouth.
Like the apartment, go like, this is a nice place you got here.
No, I literally turned the phone away from my face, and I'm like, now you shut the fuck up. And then it slammed the bathroom door, and I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Starts
So-
flushing your toilet for you. Just
If it did that after you came over, the fucking thing would overflow, because that's what happens every time you come home.
oh, that's true.
Anyways,
You have some log jammers.
so obviously, like I said, his first question is, do you have any sage? I'm like, no. He's like, well, do you know if it's attached to an item? Did Roman bring in a cursed item or whatever the case might be into the house? I'm like, well, the only thing that I know that he brought in was the said person. So he's like, well, does that person... And my first response was, they deal with dead people all the time. He's like, oh God. I'm like, yeah. And then not to mention with Roman's massive depression that just makes him a giant easy target for them to cling to. I'm like, I'm fucked right now, aren't I? He's like, it's a pretty bad situation, but no. So he pulls out his Bible that was next to him.
He says, son, put me on speakerphone.
Yeah. I had to put him on speakerphone at that
and
point.
he's just like, be gone, demon.
No, so anything he said didn't work. I had to repeat everything he said in order for it to do anything because it was through the fucking phone.
Oh, it doesn't have quite the same effect, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So the auto recording bullshit doesn't work. Just want to throw that out there.
God doesn't respond to digital.
Yeah, it does not. It does not respond to digital.
Just get a cassette player. Just, just
Angels keep telling him, they're like, no, we really need to upgrade these systems. He's like, no, it's fine.
Let me just get the letter.
just plays
Everyone's
vinyl
going to go back to
recording.
analog. They love analog down there. Just give it time.
So basically, he starts reading off some scripture stuff, and then obviously I have to fucking repeat it. Then it starts going fucking ham, starts opening up cabinets and shit and slamming them, like you would normally see in a movie, exactly like that. I'm like, I swear to God, if this fucker breaks something, I swear to literal Christ, I'm going to end you. So I was infuriated at this point. But in order for it to work, you can't be pissed off, or at least show that you're pissed off. So I had to calm my tits real quick.
They were flopping around.
No, I was getting pissed.
Listen,
It's
Roman,
fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. I just got interrupted.
This poor man is being haunted by a tea kettle that you brought into the house. You're on thin ice, Roman.
I'm about to break that ice. So, anyways, I start reading the scriptures off that he's saying to me. It seems to be doing something, obviously, because it's getting more and more pissed off. Because if it gets pissed off, shines, something's working, something's doing something. So I would walk over to the door. I'm at least nice enough to, unlock it, open it up. And then I say my original phrase that I said in the beginning, in the name of Jesus Christ, I command thee to get out, in a very, very stern voice.
Second you said that, I got a text message. It scared me. All I heard is... It's the ghost just like...
Fine. I'm going to Nick's house. He would never talk to me this way. He'll give me the other half of that Stromboli.
Oh God, I got a debit transaction. That's what it was.
Ghost is buying Doritos.
It's haunting your bank account.
No.
From the Philippines.
No.
So, as I said, the same phrase I used in the beginning while holding the door open, I felt a giant gust of winds and all the nerves in my body start acting up. So I noticed that it went by me and it went out the door. So I closed it, locked it, and I know this is going to sound really dumb and very supernaturally, but the thing is supernatural with the salt thing that does work. Just want to throw that out there. So I ran over, grabbed some salt, put it at the doorway.
Probably from the bathroom counter. Yeah.
The ghosts are like snails.
Yeah, basically. They just can't stand salt.
Same with demons.
It's just iodized? Disgusting. Didn't even get Himalayan.
No, fuck Himalayan. That shit's expensive.
My blood pressure is high.
This is exactly what killed me, and it won't kill me again.
All ghosts just have hypertension.
So I slammed the door, placed the salt, and then it starts banging on the door. I just let it go away. I put my headphones on, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. And I went back to sleep.
Very nice.
And it hasn't shown itself back up since. So it must have said, all right, fine. Be that way.
So what would you do if it does come back?
I want to make sure I bring Roman's little fucking ass. I don't give a fuck. It could deal with that old fuck below us.
No. The guy across the hall from us that works at the porn store.
No, the porn store is no longer a thing. He's not there anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
yeah.
But he used to work there.
No, he doesn't live there anymore. It's new people.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, it's new people. The porn store guy, he closed the porn shop and moved on.
Well, the old guy beneath us, who was always constantly high, is probably having a good time with that ghost. Like, the ghost is like some good shit. Like,
I mean, hey, as long as that ghost stays the fuck away from me, I'm okay with it. I'm still gonna torment you later.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm pretty sure it's not the tea kettle, because I've had that tea kettle in my car for like 2 months.
I think if anything, it's probably definitely the tea kettle then, because that ghost is probably pissed for being in your fucking car for 2 months.
I would be pretty pissed if I was left out in the freezing cold and or the scorching heat.
So should I just boil like holy water in the tea kettle?
Like, boil holy water?
Yeah, why not? Just be like, infuse it into its molecules. Just steam the demon genie out of the kettle.
How did Roman get his superpowers? Well, what happened is he had a cursed teapot that he boiled holy water in, and then he drank some tea.
I'm looking right at it. Like, it's not doing anything. It's just fucking tea kettle.
I'm gonna fucking slap you. I swear to God.
Should I just return it?
Return it from which you came, and the thing that was brought over that day is never coming back.
Okay, that's right. But are you sure it's the tea kettle and not the person that was haunted that came over?
Why don't you just melt down the tea kettle?
That's why I said both are not coming back.
Well, I'm looking at the tea kettle.
Oh, trust me, it's not going to be in here for very much longer.
Well, look at that. We have like really good material for like this episode. It's just all ghost related then.
I obviously have to ask the question, Monkey. So, do you believe in ghosts?
It's kind of hard to not whenever I grew up literally playing with them.
So, here's the question.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't want to get too many stories and, milk you dry in one episode. Do we have a ghost segment with Monkey and we bring him back every so often?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
And he tells us the ghost stories of his past.
Yeah. I mean, I have a few ghost stories that I can share later on.
I technically do too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay,
We
well, I guess I'm
this a
the
spooky cast segment. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just be the weird non-believer then.
The weird non-believer? You tell me you don't?
I haven't had a ghost experience.
I mean, I can't blame you for not believing it if you haven't had an experience.
So here's what'll happen is that
I got some spooky stories.
we'll do spooky stories every once in a while. We'll get some intro music that's like, ooh, and then we'll bring, and then that way we can give all of our listeners ghost tips.
Don't jack off the ghost with the tea kettle.
Okay, don't do that.
That reminds me, I did masturbate while I knew it was in the room.
He's just like, listen, if you're gonna be here, I'm just gonna like, while my dad's
I'm
on the
fucking
phone,
horny. I don't give a shit.
It's like, my dad's on the phone reading scripture. I'm just gonna take the time to let one out.
I didn't do it that same night. It was the night before.
Even better. That makes it hotter, bro.
Way.
Like, you look at him and go like, "This one's for you, baby." Just never break eye contact.
He kept moving stuff while I was doing it. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm stroking this. Don't care.
And then right as you're like, "The power crash compels you."
Power of my nuts compel you.
You're challenging his fragile heterosexuality.
That's when you just go like, listen.
Could you imagine if it was a? Could you imagine if it was a homosexual male ghost?
It would have been worse. He just comes over and starts like, what's my
If he wants to stroke my dick for me, all the power to him.
You just get covered in ectoplasm.
Whoa! I didn't say he was stroking himself. I was meaning him stroke me.
Monkey gets really mad when he actually gets ghosted. I had this good thing going on with this ghost, and he would
like,
give me reach arounds
again.
all the time, and now he's gone.
He's like, man, why can't they ever haunt like my waifu pillow or something?
You know, if they haunted my waifu pillow, I don't think I could look at my waifu pillow ever the same ever again.
I
would have to look at it every time I look at it like a fucking blow-up doll or something.
I would be concerned to see a waifu pillow stand upright, like regardless of context.
well, without it being
I don't
crusty,
know. Like, I feel like I would probably get a boner. Not gonna lie. If I saw my waifu pillow standing up, I'm like, hell yeah!
It just threateningly stands up just in the middle of the
memory
night.
foam never felt so good.
He just slaps you, just like while you're sleeping on the couch, and you just see it.
I don't care. That shit could try to like fucking choke me out or whatever the hell it wants to try and do, but
like, stop! Know. I'm only getting
it's using my waifu. I mean, I don't know what you're expecting, but some things are going to be happening downstairs, whether you want it to or not.
Okay.
Oh, so your apartment's 2 floors?
What?
No. I mean, it is. It's actually 3.
The apartment building, yeah, not the apartment itself. Because if the apartment itself was 3 floors, that'd be a house.
It was a dad joke, Roman.
Oh, I don't know. I don't get those because I don't have
fucking dad joked you so hard.
Yeah, I never had.
Because I said downstairs. The dad joke is just saying, "Oh, the 2nd floor." You know, he was brushing off the part that I meant my dick.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I've always heard that jokes are way funnier when they're explained, and I stand by that as I hear you explain that joke.
So what's another spooky story you got?
No, you can't milk him dry.
Nonsense.
That's the ghost job.
Apparently.
Watch you like pure, like, you know how the whole salt thing around the door thing works? It's because of the salt. Yeah. So like Monkey's sitting there jerking it, and he's like, all right, I have so much salt content in my body because I'm always so fucking salty that when he nuts on the ghost just dissipates. He's like, oh, gotcha.
It wouldn't dissipate. It would be like getting like shot from a gun to a ghost.
Like makes it all the way across the room and lands on the wall. Just goes,
I'm just imagining like a guy like chasing a ghost around like fucking like ghost like Ghostbusters style.
I'm jerking his dick.
You get back here.
Well, I don't have to mention that. I'm sure there's someone in an insane asylum that has gone through that exact experience.
Yeah, busting makes me feel.
I mean,
good.
hey, who said a
This is Mr.
shotgun round
Johnson.
needed to come from a shotgun?
He chased around a quote-unquote ghost around his apartment complex naked while jerking off his wiener. He kept saying, "Get back here, you ghost."
Let me give you some salt.
It turns out that's
Be
the
gone,
best phobia update.
Satan. Yeah.
Just saying, but if you give me the right material, I guarantee you I can shoot across the room.
You just gotta drink plenty of water, man.
Water? Who drinks water?
Me, as I drink water.
Exactly. Do I sound like a healthy person? No, I'm not.
I don't know.
What pisses me off is my dad and his dad, so like my grandfather, they both only drink iced tea. And they very
like
regularly just go, "Oh, God, I have a headache." And I'm like, "But what if you drink some water?" And they look at me with the most serious face and they're just like, "There's water in tea."
That's what I say.
And I'm, no, it doesn't work that way.
It does work that way. It's
does
fucking
not.
in there.
No, It's like saying there's
consisted of it.
Guess what? There's water in soda. There's water
Yes,
in meat.
exactly.
There's water in everything.
Exactly. So I'm
Okay.
getting my water intake, just
So
not
how
on the
about
levels
this?
that you would like me to
You
get.
don't get to you don't get to take in any liquids. You just go around and you eat vegetables and you eat meat and
Ew.
stuff. And you
Meat,
tell
yes.
me how nice and hydrated you feel.
I mean, depends.
all
That
celery.
log would be like when you finally go poop and you didn't drink any water. It's gonna feel like sandpaper and molten lava.
If we're talking about poo sizes and stuff like that, Roman, then you must never drink water,
oh, yeah,
Mr.
hell
Football.
yeah. Dude, tell the
that-
football size shits.
that
Nick's
his
seen a
favorite
picture of it.
Literally,
Have I?
I've seen
Yeah, I texted it to you one time.
this man has literally taken a shit in the toilet, flushed it, even though the turd is literally 3 times the size of the fucking toilet's hole to go down, and act like it was just going to go down.
Fucking elephant.
He literally has elephant shits and flushes the toilet and expects it to go down the toilet.
Listen. Maybe that wasn't the ghost of the tea kettle. It was just the ghost of the toilet.
It's the ghost from your asshole,
Yeah, just like accumulating against.
because your asshole's been destroyed.
That's where the genie moved.
Yeah, just,
Well, there's
I am
plenty
the
of
new
space in there.
vessel
Well, it was just so dark. It was so dark in your place that it accidentally got lost in the toilet. And
now.
Roman
That
dropped
would
it in
explain
there.
why I've been farting all day. I'd just be like,
Well, I'm
"Oh,
glad
he's
you've been
talking
in your
shit,
room
bro."
all day.
Yeah, he's talking shit, bro. That genie, he's trying to get out. I can feel it.
Oh, Monkey, I'm so sorry that Roman did this to you. Roman,
Yeah.
would you like to apologize to Monkey?
Fuck no. I'm just, yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you apologize or not. I'm going to torment you later.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I obviously didn't know because I was like, so what happened to me over the last 2-3 days is I like see that he called me.
It's not going to be anywhere near as interesting as what happened to Monkey, but yes, please tell us.
He called me at like 2-3 in the morning, and I wake up at like 10 a.m. because obviously I always have my phone on silent, like just because
For some stupid ass reason.
yeah.
Even
like,
though I
also-
muted the person on his phone that he doesn't want to talk to.
Yeah, and they like, all right, so
Really set the stage.
my phone doesn't have like the ringing portion of it. Like I always leave it on silent. So I woke up at like 10 a.m. and I look at my phone and I go like, oh, he must have called or something. Because usually Monkey only calls me if he is like, oh, I'm going to Taco Bell. You want any food or anything? Like, so I was just like, oh, okay. Well, maybe he was just calling to see like if I was gonna be home, like so he can make food or something. Because both of us stay up until like all hours of the fucking morning normally. So I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And then like as time goes on, like over the next like the rest of the day, I'm like, I slowly get more worried because I'm like, maybe he did need something. And then like I ended up going home, and then Monkey was at work, and then I was just like, all right, cool. What? So then I was home for a bit. I hung out, like I did podcast stuff and talked to Peanut, and then I left, and then I was gone for like another day. And then last night, after I came back from this barn party that I was class started. It was like 6 a.m. I look at my phone. I go like, I'm actually worried. I haven't seen or heard from Monkey in days, other than that one call. Because I like whenever I was home, like I was here and it was like past 8 p.m. And I was like, well, where is he? And I was just like, man, I hope he's okay. So I mean, at least now I know like what happened.
At least now we know.
Yes, now we know. Now it's gonna be saved on the internet.
Of how shitty of a roommate Roman is.
Yeah. About my haunted tea kettle.
Just a genuinely bad man doing bad things.
I feel like he was a pasture growing up.
A pasture?
Yeah.
Home on the rain.
Did you mean a pasture?
Yeah.
No, a pasture.
No, pasture. I meant exactly what I said.
He had cows and goats on him. It was
He was
cute.
the entire farm.
He's just milking everybody.
Yeah, I get bored all the time by like all the animals, and I get shit on. Yeah, it feels nice.
It was nice to finally take on my human form.
Yeah. Yes.
I was really over that whole like pasture phase of my life.
So this brings me up to like the next question that I have is like, because Nick's like, oh, I have some ghost stories. What do you have, Nick?
No, you can't ask Nick either. We have to save it for another episode.
I need to figure out how to say it because I don't really want to. Like, it's not that I don't want to tell it. Just like people involved.
Like I don't want Peanut to
in a
make
public
fun of
setting.
me.
You just refer to them as that person.
Yeah, that's why I said the person or the somebody that Roman brought in.
Okay.
But as you can see, you know what you're going against now. So if you want to take a couple days to really format your story properly.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Like it's an interesting story, but I there's certain ways I would like to tell it with not involving another person.
I have a story that I could tell, I guess.
No, Roman, you got to save it.
Well, I'll just save it for later, I guess.
Do you not understand the words that are coming out of fucking Peanut's mouth, Roman?
No, it seems to just be he's the worst roommate. He's the worst.
Oh, I know. I know.
Just find someone
he's
else
not a roommate. He's a room body.
You can do better. You deserve better.
I do, because I pay for his fucking food and he can't even answer his goddamn phone.
What a fart sack Roman is.
What a fart.
Agreed.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, now that we have this beautiful story, we enjoyed that. We now know that we're gonna try and incorporate ghost stories as a regular thing. So I guess we'll have to do ghost segments every once in a while.
Hell yeah.
Do we want to call it quitsies for today then? Just do a little hour-long one, unless...
after we edit it down, it'll probably be like less than an hour. So then we'll have like a slightly shorter episode anyway. So.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. We're just trying to get into a regular habit of it. And, we took poor Monkey away from whatever he was going to do. Obviously he needed to tell you what a bad roommate you were. But...
Yeah, I did. That was the first thing. As soon as I came through my front door, that's the first place I went was back to Roman.
And he's just like, he looked at me and I was like, he looks at me. I looked at him.
And I want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
But then he was podcasting.
It's okay. I'll haunt this room with my booty hole.
That would require bringing it back in. And that's a big fat hell no.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So do we just do an outro to this, I guess? Like,
I think we can just stick to the same thing, which is, us just being like, hey, I think it's time to call it quits. But before we call it quits, Roman said his apologies. I guess I should apologize to Monkey for not believing in ghosts. I'm sorry, Monkey, that I don't believe in.
That's okay. I don't blame you.
Okay.
Seeing is believing.
Nick, do you want to compliment anyone? Do you want to apologize to anyone?
I would just say use this as a lesson and keep your vagina candles on hand.
Your vagina candles on hand.
You know what?
But the porn store closed.
But also, that should be an apology too. I should own a bunch of candles. I'm going to go out and buy some candles.
Buy exactly 16 candles.
Just as a question though, how many do I need? I got a 3-bedroom house. How many candles would you recommend?
3. 1 for each.
3. Okay.
I recommend.
I don't need backup candles or anything like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say backup candles.
Do I leave
you don't need
a lighter
backup
next
candles.
to each candle? What is the best way to start my candle?
So the best way to start your candle is usually always have one in the living space, the bedrooms, and you only need 1 lighter. Just move it around.
Only 1 lighter. Okay, just always remember to keep it with me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could do it that way, or you just have a place that you always put it.
Probably have a backup lighter in case the other lighter doesn't work.
So my question is, what if Monkey did the opposite? Instead of giving the ghost the flashlight to be like, turn it on for yes or whatever, he just gave it the candle and was like, all right, turn it on for yes.
Blow it out if you mean this.
The flames.
Well, what
That
I
would've-
really hope in the future is that
that would've
Monkey
killed
learns
my
to
lighter.
open Roman's door and trap it in Roman's room.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Well, I
Doesn't
mean,
work that
technically,
way.
I could put salt in the door.
Yeah, in the door.
No, because then it would get out through the window and then come in through the other window.
No, that's when you put salt on the windows.
Yeah,
like-
just preemptively.
Yeah, but then
just
that would mean I'd have to
completely-
go into your room.
Oh, is it that bad? Is it bad in there?
It's bad.
Okay,
Oh,
well, we'll
God.
save that one for another one too. We'll do season 2. We'll talk about how bad Roman's.
What?
Ew.
It's pretty clean.
Are we getting a Roman room tour?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll make a separate.
He's got a
video.
GoPro. He could do it.
Yeah.
MTV Cribs, Roman the Russian
MTV
edition.
Cribs, Roman the
MTV.
Russian edition. Yeah.
Hey,
Yo, get the fuck out of my crib.
Don't worry, I'll make sure it actually looks like what it normally looks like before He
so
tries to
shit
claim
on
that
the
it's
walls?
clean.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'll smear shit all over the walls. Like,
Filthy animal.
yeah.
he's a filthy animal. What are you talking about?
Just I'll just throw clothes everywhere, just smear shit everywhere, like piss in a corner, like somewhere.
Don't forget your blow up Bulbasaur.
there's sexy times.
Well, of course. All you got to do is just cut out a little hole inside Bulbasaur's butthole, slam a fleshlight in there, and Roman's ready to go.
at all times, and then you got to put the GoPro onto the fleshlight, like on the top, so you just get the angle, you know.
But all
you
you-
man,
All you'd see is flippa floppa.
the flashlight would break my immersion.
Break my concentration.
So, you guys want to clap and then like end the recording? I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we're good because I'll only have to search for the clap for monkey. I think what I'm going to do is I might just end up editing out the whole beginning part. We'll just talk to monkey. We'll start the ghost files.
Yeah, the ghost files, the chance of ghostly files.
Maybe we'll incorporate monkey's name into it. So it'll be ghost.
The ghost party, because that's what Nanza stands for.
A chance of haunting with Monkeynanza.
The chance of ghost Nanza.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
All right,
Well-
I'm gonna end my recording here then.
Well, no, you gotta say goodbye.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We gotta tell everyone that it's ending.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you can't just be like,
All right, so the
Drop.
podcast is ending, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us and listening to the Chance of Negli-Gents Podcast. Once again, my name is Roman.
Everyone, special round of applause for monkey. Yay!
Yay! Thank you
Yay.
for this
Yay.
impromptu.
Oh, it's so
thank you for
nice
this
to have a
impromptu
guest
thing.
on.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay.
All right, everyone. It was fun hanging out with you. Unfortunately, we didn't have Q, but hopefully he'll join us next time for our next ghost story.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone say bye. Bye.
Bye.
Nick, say bye.
Bye.
No, you gotta say it.
That was really weak.
Yeah, that was
Bye.
really neat, bro.
Bye.
Goodbye.
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 Goodbye.